Have you ever noticed how your heart races before a big presentation, even when you're trying to stay calm? Or how your stomach literally drops when you get bad news? What if I told you that this constant conversation between your brain and body isn't just coincidence? It's actually one of the most powerful health tools you never knew you had. Right now, as you're watching this video, your body is sending thousands of signals to your brain. Your heart is beating, your lungs are breathing, your digestive system is working, and most of the time, you're completely unaware of it. But here's the fascinating part. The people who can tune in to these internal signals, who have what scientists call interoceptive awareness, actually live healthier, longer lives. Think about it. When was the last time you actually paid attention to your heartbeat without putting your hand on your chest? Let me take you inside your body for a moment. Right now, specialized receptors called interoceptors are scattered throughout your organs, your heart, lungs, gut, liver, pancreas. These tiny sensors are constantly detecting chemical changes, pressure, temperature, and sending that information up through your vagus nerve to your brainstem, then to a brain region called the insular cortex. This isn't just random chatter. Your vagus nerve, think of it as your body's superhighway of communication, carries about 80 to 90% of its fibers from your body to your brain. That's right, your organs are literally talking to your brain more than your brain is talking back. But here's where it gets really interesting. The people who are better at hearing this internal conversation, they have stronger emotional regulation, lower anxiety, better immune function, and even show signs of slower aging. So why don't we all have this superpower? Well, here's the thing. Modern life is actively working against us. We spend our days looking at screens, sitting in chairs, disconnected from our bodies. And the research shows that as we age, our interoceptive accuracy naturally declines. Older adults are significantly worse at detecting their heartbeats compared to younger people. Even more concerning, people with chronic conditions like depression, anxiety, chronic pain, and fibromyalgia often have this paradoxical pattern where they're hyper-aware of their body sensations but terrible at accurately reading them. It's like having a radio with the volume turned up, but the signal is all static. But what if you could retune that radio? What if you could strengthen that brain-body connection? Scientists have discovered that targeted training can literally rewire your brain. When people undergo interoceptive training, things like mindfulness, specific breathing exercises, and body awareness practices, brain scans show increased connectivity between the insular cortex and regions controlling emotion and attention. One study found that after just weeks of training, people showed a 65% decrease in mood disturbance and 31% reduction in stress symptoms. Another found that targeted interoceptive therapy reduced depression symptoms and improved emotional regulation in trauma survivors. And here's the really cool part. Vagus nerve stimulation, which can now be done non-invasively through devices that stimulate your ear, has been shown to reduce chronic pain for months after treatment, improve depression symptoms, and even enhance your immune system's ability to fight inflammation. So how do you actually strengthen this connection? The research points to several powerful techniques. Breathing exercises, particularly slow breathing at about 6 breaths per minute, dramatically increase your vagal tone and heart rate variability, which are markers of good autonomic balance. Even 5 minutes of deep, slow breathing can shift your nervous system into a healthier state. Mindfulness and body scanning. These practices improve what scientists call interoceptive sensibility, your ability to notice and trust your body's signals. The key is learning to pay attention without judgment. Biofeedback training, using technology to see your heart rate variability in real time while you practice breathing or relaxation techniques. This creates a feedback loop that trains your nervous system more effectively than breathing alone. Movement practices like yoga, tai chi, or even simple body awareness exercises help integrate physical sensation with cognitive awareness. But here's what's really exciting. We're moving toward personalized brain-body training. Using AI and wearable technology, we can now assess your individual interoceptive profile. Are you someone who feels too much but interprets it poorly, or someone who's disconnected from your body entirely? The training can be tailored specifically to your needs. Imagine a world where your smartwatch doesn't just count your steps, but actually coaches you through personalized breathing exercises when it detects your stress levels rising, or guides you through body awareness practices customized to your nervous system's unique patterns. This isn't just wellness fluff. This is becoming serious medicine. Hospitals are integrating mindfulness-based stress reduction into cancer treatment. Cardiac rehabilitation programs include heart rate variability training. Physical therapists are using interoceptive training to help stroke patients recover motor function. The research shows that people with higher vagal tone, that's the strength of your vagus nerve activity, have better immune function, faster stress recovery, and lower rates of depression and anxiety. In fact, your vagal tone might be one of the best predictors of your overall health and longevity. Now, I want to be honest with you. This field still faces challenges. Cultural differences affect how people experience and benefit from these interventions. What works for someone from a Western background might need adaptation for someone from a different cultural context. And we're still working out the best protocols. How often should you practice? Which techniques work best for which conditions? How do we control for placebo effects when people expect these practices to work? The good news is that researchers are actively working on these questions, developing standardized assessment tools and evidence-based protocols. Looking ahead, the technology is getting incredible. We're developing fully implantable vagus nerve stimulators made from flexible, biocompatible materials. There are closed-loop systems that can automatically adjust stimulation based on your body's real-time needs. Non-invasive devices are becoming more sophisticated and accessible. Virtual and augmented reality are being used to create immersive, interoceptive training environments. AI is learning to predict which interventions will work best for each individual based on their unique physiological and psychological profile. But with great power comes great responsibility. As we develop technologies that can directly influence the brain-body connection, especially devices that stimulate the vagus nerve or collect neural data, we need to be extremely careful about informed consent, privacy, and ensuring equitable access. We're literally developing the ability to hack the nervous system. That's powerful, but it requires ethical guardrails. So here's my challenge to you. Start paying attention to your internal world. Right now, can you feel your heartbeat? Can you notice your breathing without changing it? Can you sense any tension or relaxation in your body? These aren't just mindfulness exercises, they're literally training your brain-body communication network. And the stronger that network becomes, the better equipped you are to handle stress, regulate emotions, fight off illness, and potentially even live longer. Remember how I started this video talking about your heart racing before a presentation? Well, now you know that racing heart isn't just anxiety, it's your body trying to communicate with your brain, preparing you for what's ahead. The question is, Are you listening? And more importantly, are you training yourself to hear that conversation more clearly? Because in a world that's constantly pulling our attention outward, to screens, notifications, external demands, the people who maintain that connection with their inner world might just have the ultimate health advantage. Your body has been trying to tell you something all along. Maybe it's time to start listening. What do you think? Have you ever noticed these subtle body signals in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos exploring the fascinating intersection of science and human potential.